Hi, today I'm going to walk you through on how to set up a Cloudwork connection with Google BigQuery. First, we need to associate your Google account to the Cloud Console, and then you're going to create your project, always making sure that you're working on the correct project based on the drop-down menu. Now we have to create our service account so we can obtain our API key. We do this by going to the I am an admin section from the navigation menu and we select service accounts. We create the account by following the prompts and then you can assign the necessary roles. The important ones are the associated to BigQuery, so we select BigQuery admin and then we select BigQuery data viewer. Then we continue with the prompts until we finalize the creation of our service account. Once that is done, you can go ahead and create your key by clicking on the ellipsis, select Manage Key, and then Add Key. Create a new one under the JSON format, which is the recommended, and create. It will download your key, so it's very important that you grab that file and save it into an accessible folder or directory for later use. Okay, now it's time to create our bucket. And before doing that, we need to make sure that we are using the correct APIs. So we need to go to the libraries in the API and services and select the ones that are associated with BigQuery and the ones that are associated with cloud storage. Going back to creating the bucket, we go to cloud storage to the bucket sections. And to be able to create a new one, just have to create a new bucket. We provide a name for our bucket. Please keep in mind that it has to be unique and in all lower cases. It is recommendable that you follow the prompts, and if there's no specific settings that are required based on your company needs, just follow the default settings advised by Google. Once the bucket is created, you can move forward to uploading your data. Now, moving on to BigQuery, we go to BigQuery, and now that we are here, we go through our project. We are now able to create our data set. We filled out all the necessary needs. We provide a name, which will be the dataset ID. And once again, we let Google decide on the default settings. We click on the ellipsis again so we can create a table. We are going to select the source from our storage. We select the file that we're going to use to create our table. And we continue with the information. We put the name for the table and we can either select for the schema to be auto enabled or we can edit it as a text. And then we can go to the advanced options. And based on the data that I'm working on, I'm going to leave it as 0 for header rows to skip. And we create the table. Now that we have the table, we can preview it and see that the data has been successfully uploaded. Then we can go back to Anaplan and we're going to have our information. In this case, I created a flat list and an import action for demonstration purposes. Back to Cloudworks, we are not able to create our connection. We click on the connection. We select the service. In this case, is Google BigQuery. We provide a name. And remember that we saved our JSON key. In that text box is where we're going to paste the information. So we go back to the file that we previously saved. We copy the whole text and we're going to paste it here. Then we're going to put the name of our data set that we got from Google BigQuery. We check that box and we click on connect. Now our connection has been successfully created. Now it's time to do the integration. We go to integration and processes and then we click on new integration. Now we are going to select import. In this case, it's going to be an import. We provide a name for the integration. We select the connection that we previously created, the workspace, and now we're going to go and find our model. Since this is an import, I'm going to leave import as the action type, and I'm going to select the action. The data sort is going to be our table, and we can always check that box to make it available for an UX page. Now we are ready to run the action, so we click on the ellipsis, select the option to run it. Now we're going to allow a couple of seconds or minutes for the integration to be successfully completed. Now we can go back to Anaplan and we can see in our list after refreshing that the data has been successfully updated in our list. So I hope this walkthrough was useful on how to set up your Google Cloud Storage, the BigQuery dataset, and connect them to your Anaplan model.